Let me tell y'all why I'm happy my child died. So, my child passed away some years ago, and let me explain to you why it was a blessing in disguise. A little backstory. I'm 31 at the moment. This happened when I was maybe 22. So, I got involved with this girl at the time who I really liked, who I really cared for. And at the time we was on similar paths. We was not on good paths either. Um, we was smoking, drinking, and just messing around. Um, we had that in common, so it was good at the time. So we ended up messing around. We ended up dating. She ended up living with me. Everything was good. Everything was good till it wasn't. Um, at the time, I didn't really have nothing going on. I wasn't I wasn't working. I was unemployed. I was broke, living with my parents, and I didn't have nothing. I was not self sufficient in any way, and I just was just doing stupid stuff. Like I wasn't thinking about my future. I just was having fun and drinking and partying and smoking and that's what I was doing. I should have been more focused on my future, and I should have been more focused on learning a skill or something. But hey, we, we all was young. Um, as a relationship, goes on, me and her, we started having problems. I forgot to mention, she had a child, so she was a single mother. So I became like a stepfather. She had a child, and no problem with the child. Great kid, great kid, great kid, by the way. But I just had to put it in there. But the issue was just between me and the mother. Um, we started having problems, money problems because I wasn't working, she wasn't working, but she, women they find their ways to get money. They find their ways to get money. So she would have these guys, that had interest in her, you know, pull up on her and give her money, bring food because they thought they had a chance. They didn't know about me. And to be fair, I did know about this, and I did know she was getting money from other guys. But I mean, she was spending it with me, so I didn't really say much about it. But she promised me she wasn't like fooling around with them. She wasn't messing with them. She just was just telling them what they want to hear, and they just was giving her money. So she promised like they wasn't messing around, which I believe to a certain extent. Um, so one day, we got in an argument. We got in an argument, and she went back home to her mother because I didn't want to hear her. I didn't want to see her. I just didn't want to, be around her at the time. And her and the son went back to her mother, And we didn't talk for a few days. We didn't talk for a few days. Then after a few days, I'm like, dang, I miss having her around. I don't know, I don't know if I miss her. I just miss the sex. I don't know. But sometimes when you're in a relationship, when you spend too much time together and you see each other every day, you kind of get tired of that person. You kind of get used to that person. So you got to spend some time apart. So after some days go by, I'm like, dang, I miss her. So I went to go get her. She came back by me. Maybe a few months later, um, she told me she missed her period. She told me she was pregnant. So now it's like a switch just went off of my head. Like pregnant, like I'm about to be a dad. Like I gotta start doing something. I gotta start doing things different. I gotta go. I gotta go find a job. I gotta go save money, get a car. Cause at the time I was driving my mother's car. I gotta go get a car. I got a baby on the way. I gotta do something. I just can't be party, party, fun, fun, fun. So the problem was later down the line was I decided to go into I got a baby on the way mode, and she was still in partying mode. The thing that brought us together was now tearing us apart because she's pregnant and she still wants to go out with her friends to the bars and clubs and stuff like that. And I was against it because you're pregnant. I mean, if you wasn't pregnant, then sure, do what you want to do, but you're pregnant. Why you want to do that? Stay home. Um, you had you're taking care of two now. You already have a child, but now you have a baby on the way, which is my child, and I don't want you doing foolishness. So one day, I was, one day I caught her drinking, like drinking a beer, and I got upset. I got mad. I'm like, what you doing? Why you drinking alcohol? You're pregnant. And she told me some excuse like the alcohol volume is low. It's like 3%. And listen, I don't care if it was 1%. You're not supposed to do it at all. You're you're affecting the life that I'm about to bring into this world. Like I don't need you doing that. Oh, I just had one. I just had one. And they're like, you're not getting it. You're not supposed to do this at all. You can't give this up for 9 months. You can't give this up to 9 months until the baby come. And that's when I realized that me and her wasn't meant to be together because we got together on because we was into similar things like partying, drinking, smoking, having sex, all that stuff. But when things got serious for us to, you know, switch gears, I shifted into another gear, but she stayed the same. Like she didn't have a baby on the way. So we got in an argument and she ended up putting her hands on me. I didn't hit her back. I just told her, hey, get your shit. Go home. Go back to your mother. She got her stuff and she left. Maybe like maybe like a week later, because like I said, my pride, it was stopping me from contacting her, stopping me from hitting her up because I'm like, I don't want to feel like or make her feel like she's right for what she's doing. So I didn't. I didn't. So boom, about a week later, I end up going by her to go get her. I didn't call her. I just showed up to her place. Like I want to say surprise, and you wouldn't even believe it. I went by her, and she was in bed with another man while supposedly pregnant with my child. We had a few words, and I left. Didn't see her. About a few days later, she came by me trying to make it up, and I forgave her because she's pregnant with my baby. And you know, things was going good, I guess. Um, so one day we had sex, and she ended up bleeding. And when she ended up bleeding, that was a sign of something. Like, why are you bleeding? Like, that can't be a period. So boom, she ended up going to the doctor, and they ended up telling her. When she went to the doctor, she didn't even want me to come with her. She ended up went to the doctor with her and a sister, I believe. And she ended up having a miscarriage. And when she had a miscarriage, I was devastated, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise because I knew this is not the woman I wanted to be with or wanted to be linked to for the rest of my life. And I knew this child coming into this world would only suffer because his parents are not compatible and wouldn't get along. And we're just two different values. So I consoled her and told her everything was going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine. But I knew that I didn't want to further this relationship anymore. I felt like I dodged a bullet. So instead of continuing a relationship, I just slowly drift away. And we just broke up. Years later, we didn't speak for years after that. Then years later, we've talked, and we're cordial, we're cool. She has another kid by another person now, and I don't wish nothing but the best for her. I just realized that it wasn't the right situation for me. But yeah, that's the story of how my child passed away, and I'm glad it happened. But yeah, but hopefully I do have kids in the future because I would love to with the right person. God's willing. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all. See y'all again.